Lots of people will buy the new 2016 MacBook Pros. They'll do it because they're invested in the Mac and Apple hasn't updated the Mac line in ages. But I don't think Mac users, other than the fanboy contingent, are going to love it, or even like it that much. I use and like Macs. There are 3 in my home office. I also have Apple TVs, iPads and iPods. But I've never drunk the Apple Kool-Aid. For example, I recently said AirPods were a bad idea. That got people so cranked up, an article was actually written about how wrong I was. Funny, though, Apple has admitted that the AirPods aren't ready to be used yet. Opinion by Stephen J. Vaughan-Nichols. Clueless CIO cloud confusion continues. Windows 10 runs again, but for how long? I want out of Windows patch hell. AirPods, just as bad as you thought they'd be. See more. So, as someone who's neither an Apple lover nor a hater, but just a user, I think the new MacBook Pros aren't that bad. They're just not good enough to be worth the lowest model's $1,499 price tag. If you add Apple's proud, newest one more thing, the Touch Bar, you'll pay $1,799. That's 39% more than the last generation's lowest-priced MacBook Pro. Oh, and if you have never shopped outside Apple stores, you might be interested in knowing that the average non-Apple laptop costs about $500. Adding insult to injury, the 2016 MacBook Pro comes with RAM and CPU specs that are practically the same as the 2010 version. The new and improved MacBook Pros don't feature the MagSafe power connection that effortlessly releases from the laptop when the power cord is tugged. I can't count the number of times I or my dog has tripped on my MacBook's cable, and thanks to MagSafe, it never went crashing to the floor. It also no longer has any SD card support. I know more than a few photographers who are not happy about this. Oh, and as long as we're talking about legacy ports being abandoned, you know all your gear that uses USB? You won't be able to use it now without a dongle. Ditto HDMI video. Instead you get 2, on the bottom end, or 4 USB-C ports. Now, I like USB-C a lot, and there are a lot more USB-C devices than there used to be, but they're still uncommon. And word to the wise, Apple, HDMI is still, and will be for years to come, the video I/O standard of choice. The result of all these improvements? As Computer World's John Brandon already pointed out, terrible things. Sudden annoyances. Frustrations. Why?